Guys, welcome to the stream. I'm here with my cousin Adam. I don't think you can see him. He's over. There he is. Yeah, we're gonna be mixing a song of his. He's a pretty talented producer, and yeah, it's gonna be. I'm stoked. I just gotta get Mr. Display ready. All right, cool. Now you can see my stream. Let's do it. So, first thing, we listened through some like tracks to see what he wanted to do with his song. And we're both feeling like Porter Robinson is kind of the sound. Which crazy thing is he sounds a lot like Porter Robinson, but he did that before Porter Robinson's new stuff even came out, which is super cool. But yeah, we're gonna kind of shoot for that area in the mixed world, like EDM. Yeah, let's get going. We got to organize a session, and we'll just go from there. Sounds like we've got part of the mix playing still.
Yeah. Could it be the grouped version of the drums playing together?
Oh, you know what? It probably is. Okay. Percussion stuff. Yeah, it really doesn't matter like what you do. It just matters that you know what your color coding system is.
Yeah.
So like mine, synths and keys are all green, or like different shades of green. Teal. I also have a particular order that I like stuff in. So yeah, like I'll always do drums at the top, and then I'll do bass underneath them, and then I'll do like, if there's guitars in the session, I'll put guitars before keys. Before keys and synths, but I don't think you've got guitars in here. So yeah, it doesn't really matter where we put stuff, but that's just kind of how I like to. Once I've got everything named, I'll come through. There's a command to match all of the clips to the colors that I set.
What's the command for it?
You just right click and then assign track color to clips. So once I get all of these,
There's a short key.
if there is, that would be really nice, but it doesn't look like there is. So push decided to disconnect for some reason, but I don't really need it right now. Key synth, grinder synth.
Can't be the end.
Yes.
Okay. So I do vocals in pink. That's my thing, and then I do put vocals all the way at the bottom of the session, except for the demo mix. I'll put the demo mix at the bottom. Right vocal, left vocal. Yeah, call that synth reverb. It doesn't sound like you've got vocals going through it.
Did it say vocals?
No, it was just the reverb bus from Ableton.
Oh.
And the delay bus. Oh, the delay bus does have. Nothing coming out of it. One of the things I got to figure out still for the stream is making the stream mic solo safe. Because I'm routing it all through Ableton up here.
Yeah.
And so when I solo stuff, it mutes those. And so I just got to be like very careful while we're working, not to be trying to say stuff while it's soloed. Got to figure out how. I don't think Ableton does solo safe. Got to figure out another way to get around that.
The end can't be the end. Think they really like me if they knew who I am. I need a friend, I need a friend, I need a friend. I need a friend, I need.
Sorry, I'm saying stuff and nobody can hear me. But they're like so much louder too. They're taking over the mix and like I'm. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe you use these ones. Either way, I mean, I like what it's doing. It's cool. Because we were clipping the Ableton bus, but it's that's such a difficult thing to deal with sometimes because clipping the bus sometimes sounds really cool. I actually liked what it was doing, but we're
Friends acting like we're homies. It's just save your breath, quit acting
Okay. I think we got everything organized. Yeah, let's do it. But if you have questions, just ask.
Yeah.
And I can stop and let you know what I'm thinking. Trying to emphasize that in here, and then use the other ones as like the main. The other thing that I might get into the weeds on, I might want to separate the kick and snare from each other, like off of these tracks.
Okay.
So maybe it's going to take a long time, but I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're always going out to parties, always getting drunk, always having fun without me. Can't stalk them online 'cause they don't post on their story. Maybe
Oh, you know what I didn't do? Told you I was going to do this. Recolor everything. The vocals for now. This is a conundrum. Because I like what that's doing to the tails. They're like, but it's also boosting the kick and the snare in a weird way that I don't like. Like I like the way the kick and the snare it's just this muted and out of the bust. Like that's cool, but then you don't.
Break them and put that plug-in on.
Oh.
That is on the. Okay.
Yeah. I might need to go buy a plugin. There's like a specific plugin that I've been wanting to get for a while now.
Well, I'm glad I can be the reason.
What's it called? Transient EQ? Oh, split EQ. Oh, should I do it? Should I do it? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for you, Adam.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go off of this screen so people can't see my
Your
my,
credit card.
my card info.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I drank so much water yesterday and today. Just because I need to start.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is a plugin that I've been meaning to get for a while, and I just found a very specific use case for it, and now I'm like, I gotta get it. Unfortunately, it's not that unfortunate, but looks like it's on sale too, because on the website it's like 180 and it's 99 on Sweetwater right now, so that's cool.
Do you know what Criterion Collection is? It's like it's a movie. I don't know if they're a publisher or what. They make DVDs and Blu-rays for super prestigious art house movies.
Okay.
It's in their collection. It's like Thing of Honor.
Oh, cool.
But your logo looks exactly like theirs.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Criterion.
Criterion.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Slightly off. Yeah.
Check this out. That's funny. I think it's different enough that I
Yeah.
don't think I can get in trouble for that,
Yeah.
but that's funny. Wild. I'm just waiting for them to email me the confirmation stuff.
Okay.
But let's just get back in the mix and keep going. I'll ignore that for a while.
I'm trying to send Katie the live stream, but I still can't find Zach Boorman.
Let me find it for you. Share button right there. Copy. There you go.
Cool. Also, is there a way to see if people did come in to start chatting? Would there be a way?
There is a way. I mean, you really just gotta be watching the stream.
Cool.
Which, it's hard, because I don't have 3 monitors. I would need 3 monitors to be watching it, or I guess I can just leave it running on my phone. I guess that's the move. Let's just do that. Nice. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna ignore the scratchy stuff. It is super cool. I like it a lot. I do want to get that in there, but we gotta wait until Sweetwater emails me the license for that.
I think it'd be immediate.
It should be, but they haven't sent it yet. No, they haven't sent it yet. I sure hope there isn't important information in my email that people can see.
Yeah.
So what I just did there, this plugin's super dope. I love this plugin.
Multipass.
Yeah, so it splits the audio into different bands,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can put different plugin chains on each
Okay.
like frequency band. I just got the licenses. So we might actually have been able to use this on the other track. So I might have just spent $100 for nothing.
Well, you said you wanted it.
Yeah, I've been wanting it for a minute. You're right. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, what I did is I made the kick. I boosted the kick a little bit with the transient shaper, so it just has a bit more of a like thump, and then I sidechained this region to that kick. Oh, which we want? Yeah, we want band 2. I sidechained this to get the like click of the kick to come out, because like the snare sounds really good to me, but the kick needed a little bit more like click, and it needed a little bit more low end punch. Like, do you hear how it like kind of just comes forward in the mix a little bit with that? Anyway, that's what I was trying to do with that, and I actually probably could do that with the new plugin. So maybe we're gonna do some experimenting now that I've got it. We're gonna get off this screen for a minute while I go make an account and download this.
Mind if I get your Wi-Fi and turn in a paper real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, once you're ready, I can put the password in and stuff for you. That work? Yep, that worked. Cool. There you go.
I got to name my router at home. I named it. It hurts like HURTZ when I pee. When I pee, like the letters.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Ours is enemies of the air beware.
Enemies of the what?
Enemies of the air beware. Like the Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, wrong button. Okay, well that's figuring out its life. I'm gonna keep going. These shakers are dope.
You like them?
I like them a lot. We gotta come down just a little bit more on the master, but I'm gonna use a utility for that. These ones have got like this kind of high resonance weirdness. Maybe I'll try and get all three of those. I don't actually mind that one as much. Maybe I'll leave that one alone. I think it was that one that was at like 11. This is the bus of those two, right? That's why there's still weird stuff going on. I think it is. I think it's a group.
Hi-hats and shakers.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna mute that. Well, it's just because that still had all those weird frequencies that I fixed in the other track, and so it was it was still just playing those. But I'm assuming you just grouped them like I did, so you could have control over them. static things are super cool. That's dope.
The what things?
The like staticky. That's super cool. Yeah, there's like another. It must have just been in the sample. Just like another resonance. That one's like, what is that? 16,000. Like I could barely hear that one, but it was like every time it came through.
Yeah.
I don't. Could you hear it?
Then again.
I gotta turn Pro C off. Hold on. So this is visually what's happening, but like what I'm hearing, it sounds almost like I don't know if you ever had this happen in class where someone would pull out a dog whistle on their phone,
A dog whistle.
like the super high frequency stuff, and it's just like hurts your ears, but you can barely hear it, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to do with those is kind of make them a little more punchy. Is it? Yeah, that's starting to groove.
Yeah.
That's cool. I threw the Saturn on there. I was hoping the saturation would kind of smooth it out a little bit, especially those like crazy high frequencies. And then I also wanted the whatchamacallit, the like poppies to still be there, but be like crunchy instead of pop.
that?
Oh, it's the plugins.
I don't know if you meant to
Hmm.
turn off the screen for the live stream.
Oh, yeah, the streams. Thanks, dude. They've just been staring at me. We'll get better at this eventually.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big tonal shift on that, but I think that's the way to go. What do you think? Like, make it... Because the way I'm hearing is it's kind of like a screamy,
Mm-hmm.
I think Kundra Gex do something similar to this in theirs, or maybe which one was it?
I think it's cheerleader.
It was in cheerleader. Yeah, but it's like very much mid-range, upper mid-range is where like the sound is centered, and it almost sounds like someone's screaming to me. A lot of the up at the top end, which is just distortion. Like he's just distorting it really hard. Anyway, if I'm going too far with something, let me know though. I don't want to like change your sound too much.
There's one part where it, just play that line that you were playing.
I think it was in here. I'm gonna ignore it because we're streaming and I shouldn't have people coming over right now. Right, let's keep going. Did that?
Yeah, it sounded
okay, cool. I think I did. I was trying to pull out even more mid range with this thing. I think that I might have gone too far with it. I think that's what you heard. Alrighty. Yeah, I think bass and drums sounded super cool. Like these two.
Sound great.
Oh, I haven't even saved this. Let's do that. 10 live. Is it? No, it's just like that, right? Okay.
Do you mind if we look at one of the other ones too?
Sure. I mean, we'll probably get to those another day. I want to like laser in on this one since we started it if we can.
Cool.
Is there like a specific question you have about it?
I just want to get general thoughts.
Okay, yeah. I can pull it up and we can listen to it. Let's see. I gotta collect all and save. Get all these samples in the folder. Which one?
Despised.
Okay, here, I'm just going to pull up the mix from here. I think it's this one. that's cool.
Cool.
That's a cool one. Like what kind of feedback were you?
Just should I want to re-record vocals
Okay.
at some point. I want to,
Yeah.
just get a better performance.
Okay.
And
Oops. Yeah, I mean, I think re-recording vocals on a really good mic would be a good move. 'Cause like in the one that we're mixing right now, like the vocals are so affected that like
yeah,
I think they sound cool the way they are. That one, however, I think they need to sound like very pristine, like studio quality.
I'm getting like I want to do it here, but I'm also getting a I plan on getting a Shure SM4.
Okay. I don't know. Is that like a new version of the SM7 or?
It's not the SM. It's not like the SM7B. It's a.
Let's see.
I think it's a.
SM4. Oh, okay. It's a cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think with that one, the two biggest things that production wise that I think would be cool, is like trying to make the dynamics work a little bit more in your favor, especially when you go to that new section. I feel like that can get way bigger sound wise. You could probably even do it with the sounds that you've got, you know, but like when we got to that section, I felt like it needed to just be like, you know, like feel huge. And I'm not sure what you would want to do to make that happen, but
I mean, I think like the whole thing sounds kind of muddy, and I feel like if I left that muddiness at that part and just kind of cleaned up the rest of it, it would feel a little bit more when I got to that.
Yeah, I think you're right. The other thing that I think, like dynamic wise, that would help a lot, that the hi-hats you've got going, they're like the same volume the whole track, and like the same tonality.
That was a sample from
So like if you can work with that a little bit to make them kind of move up and down with like the dynamics of the track, I think that would help. Like that's like the one thing that was really sticking out to me, was like those are just like the whole time. But other than that, dude, it's super cool production. I like it a lot. And like, even the things that I was saying, it's just like minor things that we could even do in a mix, you know.
Cool.
It's kind of the thing with production is it's really, you just like do the production and you even mix it as far as you can, and then you hand it to another producer / mix engineer, and then they help you finish it, kind of a thing. But the lines between production and mixing are pretty blurred a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Like I'll mix tracks a whole bunch while I'm working with clients, and then we still end up mixing it, and it always gets way better, but I'm like mixing while I'm working a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So cool.
Want to hear the last one?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that one up.
This one, no vocals yet on it, but it's
Okay.
kind of a dance. I don't know.
Also, I'm actually curious. Have you been working on that last one we listened to since you got headphones?
Which one?
Like, because you said you got nicer headphones, right?
Yeah.
Because like the just overall mix on Despised
Yeah.
is like way better than where Nostalgious was.
Okay. Really?
You said Nostalgious is a lot older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like just because you're listening on better stuff, like you're making way better decisions. So that's cool.
Keep going this one too.
See where it fits with everything else. Yeah, I can tell, like, is this a newer one as
Mhm.
well? Like, even newer than the other two? Like, I can tell the just progression of, like, your sound choices and, like, where you're placing things. It's, like, it's getting better and better as you go, which is super cool.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, that's dope. Cool, man. Yeah, I don't know with that one. Like, I think it sounds cool where it's at. I'm interested to see what you do with vocals on that one.
I had another version of it with gibberish lyrics.
You have like an idea of like, the flow and yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, I think it's cool where it's at. I really like it. Yeah, man. We'll see where that one ends up. Let me know. Yeah, let me know when you're feeling good on that one. We can keep working on it here. Alright. Hey, do you mind if we just keep going through this one? Yeah, see how far we can get before we have to go. Okay. Got the kick and bass working together a little bit better. So now we decide what we want to do on the master bus. Now that we got these working. So just, I guess we can see, I do want to see what it would sound like if we kind of squash the master with clipping. Kind of like the 100 gex, but maybe not quite as extreme as they do.
Yeah.
And then what were the other things that I kind of want to try? Let's throw some saturation on it. Do some like tube saturation on here. Alrighty. I mean, none of the synths are like super balanced, but I like to get the master bus kind of where I like it with this stuff, because all this stuff is what's going to hit it the hardest. So I just want to make sure.
You usually do drums and bass first.
I mean, I'll go back and forth. Sometimes I do get the master bus going before I finish drums and bass, but I found that I like the master bus going at least before I start getting all the other instruments in, because like these are going to affect what everything else is doing, and the drums and bass hit those the hardest. So it makes that seems to make sense to me.
Yeah.
Someone still knocking on the door?
I think that was my chair.
Oh, is that your chair? Okay.
They've just been waiting outside.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know who it would be. Nobody's scheduled today, so. Yeah,
You're still working with Quinn?
I haven't seen him in a minute, but we finished those songs for his mom, and then I haven't seen him since then. Okay. Get all the other stuff mixed in there with it.
Cool.
The other thing that I'm probably going to end up doing this is I'm going to get kind of like a bass mix. Not like bass synth, but like baseline mix of everything, and then I'm going to start automating from that baseline mix, because I'm sure it's going to need a lot of automation to get everything to fit. But I want to get everything kind of in its place first. Stuff. Alrighty. This is going to take a minute, but we're going to do it because I think it sounds cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I like how you've got... Yeah, I like how you've got all these like stops with it. It's cool. Cool. I'm sure they, and like with the vocal too, I'm sure they. But like when it's just playing, like right here. Yeah, it's cool to have all that extra stuff on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
If you sit right behind me, you can actually hear
that's what I
what.
was doing a minute
Oh,
ago.
okay. Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Just stalking you.
No, actually, when I set these speakers up, I purposefully pointed them out a little bit more, so if someone sits behind me like you are, you can hear the stereo image almost like I'm hearing it. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty close. It's a lot better than my old speakers were, for sure. Yeah,
It's
we,
actually crazy how much different it sounds. 'Cause from right here, that like high, like the bass grinder synth is like really apparent.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
And then right here
it
it's
sits perfectly.
interesting. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute of work to get this thing figured out, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Automation is so much fun.
It
We
is.
finally started using Pro Tools in class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just last week.
How is it going?
I mean, I don't hate it so far.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like confusing compared to Ableton.
yeah.
Ableton makes, I mean, it's just because like what I've been using the longest, but it makes the most sense to me.
Right. Luckily, Ableton is similar enough to Pro Tools that like I don't. Other programs going to Pro Tools, it'd probably be a lot harder.
Yeah.
But Ableton is laid out relatively similarly. I guess all of these are on the opposite side, like the tracks, so that's weird. And then it doesn't. Pro Tools doesn't have a browser, which is also kind of a bother. But I don't know. I feel because I was on Pro Tools first and I moved to Ableton. The weirdest things for me was that you have to click in the grid. Like it took me so long to figure that out. You have to click in the grid to navigate and then play. What were the other things that were super weird? I'm trying to remember.
From Pro Tools to Ableton.
Yeah, I guess the audio effects chain was really weird for a minute, and then I realized like how much better it actually was. Like it was
So
super.
with Pro Tools, it's just the sends, right? It's the only way to use effects.
No, like you've got like plugin inserts similar to this.
Yeah.
But like at least with Ableton stock plugins, like you can just see all of the controls no matter what. Like you just see them. In Pro Tools, you have to open every single plugin. Which you have to do that with the not stock plugins.
Yeah.
In Ableton, but
well, you can set your own parameters too. Like
right. That's another thing too, is like you've got the configure thing here, so you can add your own automation points and like see them right there. I don't know. It's different. I don't know if it's worse or better, but what I'd like to do once I get all this automated, I want to boost the side information with ProQ. So like this synth, because this synth before was like lasered in right there. I think it was in mono too, just like right here, kind of off to the left.
yeah.
But what I want to do is take it out of the middle of the mix and just push it most of the information to the sides. I think that will be the move. I'm not sure. Because right now the like screamy bass is kind of taking up the whole mix.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of room for anything in like this area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see, I guess. It's not a bad thing that it's taking up the whole mix, because it sounds super dope. Yeah, like, I mean, we're kind of, these are kind of just for fun, but if you want to use them, you're welcome to. If you hate them, in the end, you don't need to use them.
I mean, I like them sounding more spacious.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's your song, so whatever you want to do with it, you don't have to use my mix. Don't feel like you have to. If you really don't like it, it's not going to hurt my feelings.
No.
We're just hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be using the mix. Because I'm still learning what I'm doing. But if I like hear any, when I'm re-listening to it, if I hear anything that I want to.
Yeah, we can always tweak stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Are we almost there? Oh my gosh, we're not even close. It might. Does it? It might actually. Let me see. No. At least right there it doesn't. Yeah, it kind of doesn't repeat, at least through there.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta click a billion times while you're mixing and deal with it. What other stuff are you doing in your classes?
In my digital audio classes?
Yeah, or just in general.
We, for my intro class, we did a tour of the two studios, Studio A and Studio B.
Oh, sick.
Recently. That was pretty fun. That same professor, he like does sound design for games with EA,
Mm-hmm.
and was showing us how to do like Foley sound effects. That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
And the other class, we just had midterms recently, and now we are finally getting into the lab Pro Tools section
Right.
class. Everything else though is just my English and poli-sci.
Right. The English class I took, it's probably a different one than the one you're in, but I actually didn't mind it too much.
I don't hate it at all. I really like my professor.
I think it was like a creative writing
Mm-hmm.
English class. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but like we spent almost the entire semester. It would be like we would talk about a subject and then write a paper, and then talk about a subject and then write a paper. But it was like very focused on, you write this with your voice.
Yeah.
And, it's not like the research kind of papers where you have to source everything. And
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I wish it was more creative writing.
yeah, like it was more creative writing. I feel like we did a couple of papers where we had to source everything, but she was just so focused on like, this needs to sound like you wrote it, not like a robot, that it was much more enjoyable. Because, you just, like, I would just crank out a paper. I would go sit down and just, like...
Sit down, just write your thoughts.
Just, like, write it and then go back and, edit a few things. And then I was done, usually. And she would... I think I got a, full A in that class writing all my papers like that.
Nice.
So it was not bad.
For my research paper in English, I'm doing, like, AI ethics.
Oh,
the
yeah.
topic I chose at the beginning of the year, and I kind of like don't regret it because it's like interesting, but it's also like I feel like I've kind of written myself into a corner because all of the scholarly journals on it are like fairly the same, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
same points and the same opinions like on
Dang.
AI legislation, so it's like it's hard to find a bunch with differing opinions like I'm supposed to be.
Right. Yeah, I'm not stoked on most of what AI is doing right now.
Yeah, like what?
Well, just the fact that they keep training it on humans' creative work without their permission, like, that's insane.
Yeah, isn't it? No, is that one of the more annoying... Yesterday when I was writing this paper, I was doing research into this one lady's article about, like, discrimination in AI, like racial discrimination, since, like, these programs are built by humans with biases. These AI programs are also going to have biases.
Right.
But then they start talking about art, and then they start interviewing artists, and then I look into the artists, and all the artists are like NFT, AI, like generative artists. I'm like,
So, like, they're...
not the people that you should be.
Right. Wild.
It's like if I wanted to interview, like a multi-Grammy winning producer, but like they only use GarageBand. Or like input a thing to tell GarageBand to make them a song.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I've met a songwriter, and he wrote like a #1 top chart hit in GarageBand, recorded most of the track in GarageBand, and they like redid 2 or 3 things and then used everything out of his GarageBand session.
That's so cool.
It was like
I love that.
It's crazy. So, like, yeah, no shade on GarageBand. Like, you can make good stuff in there. That's really funny to me. I don't know. Like, he told me that, and I was like, no way. There's no way.
I guess a better example would be like, look at this song I made, and then it's just splice samples put together.
Sabrina Carpenter.
That's very true.
I love the arguments on like forums about her song. There's a particular song of hers. I think it's Espresso, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got the splice sample in it.
Like a just straight up splice sample.
Like everyone's arguing, like, well, he had the taste to put the song together, and I don't know. I think it's funny.
I think you make that argument about any splice sample.
Right.
It's just... I mean, I haven't seen anything else about any other song on that album being...
I mean, the thing that's bothersome about splice samples is someone like that uses the sample, and then if you decide to use it in your song, you'll get copyright strikes and stuff, which is ridiculous because it was a splice sample.
Yeah. I remember last year I made a song, and I used a drum loop from Splice, and then like a month or 2 later, Drake, he made like his son Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
He his son made a song and it was like memed a bunch, but then I noticed that
The
the drum
it was the same drum move.
thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. We'll get there and it'll be done, and then we won't ever have to do this again.
Oh goodness, I'm so sorry for all the stops. I didn't notice there were so many.
No, it's okay. It's cool. I think you're right. I bet it does repeat. I just like I just don't know where it repeats. That's the problem. So I'm just going through and doing it one by one.
So fair.
Yeah, I mean, where I'm at with Splice, I really like Splice actually, and it's a cool creative tool. But if I do find I'll really only use one shots in normal productions.
Yeah, and then just recreate.
Yeah, and if there's like a loop that they have that I think is super cool, I'll just re-record it entirely. Because I'm pretty sure, like, even if it's the same notes and everything, if it's just like a different, like say it's a piano loop or something, like you just play it on a different piano. Pretty sure that will save you from the copyright strikes.
I also sometimes use Ableton's audio to MIDI function.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't work super great a lot of the time, but I can go in there and like edit out the notes that it made up.
Yeah, just use a different sound on it or something similar. Like, I'm pretty sure that would
Yeah.
save you from any of the copyright issues from Splice if you do it like that. But like one shots and all that, I don't know, like I use the risers and like sound effects and stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Or like one shot drum hits and stuff are the other things I use a lot. I'm pretty sure those are safe for the most part. I don't think YouTube would be able, or whatever algorithm would be able to pull those out of my mix and like copyright strike me against someone else, because my snare sounds the same as someone else. But it hasn't happened yet, but who knows? Yeah, this is necessary. It sounds really cool. Sounds really cool, actually. Yeah. That's super dope. Okay, I did something good. Even though my hand hurts now.
I'm sorry, I'm giving you carpal tunnel.
I love, if you get the chance, go watch Jesse Ray Ernster's videos.
What is it?
Jesse Ray Ernster. He's like a Grammy-winning mixer, but he's just like the chillest dude on the planet. He's so fun to just like watch.
Cool.
But yeah, he'll end up doing something crazy like this where he has to go in through the whole song and like chop stuff out. And he's just like, yeah, we're gonna do it. It's cool. And then it sounds way better. So.
Mind if I steal some chips, if there are any?
I think they're gone, but if there are any, you're welcome to them. I should have. We were literally at Costco on Saturday. We should have gotten some. Yeah, it's starting to sound cool. There's like still some things that I'm not stoked about with the drums that I wanted to try and figure out, and that maybe I need to get the plugin.
Do you think the like the thing that you're doing that's making the keys like super spacey? Should we cut that out in the like intro?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me get this software downloaded. not sure how Eventide does their plugin stuff.
I like the little harmonica.
Which one?
On the,
Oh, the little baby one?
yeah.
I got that from Jacob Collier.
From what?
Jacob Collier.
You got it from him?
Well, I mean, I had his merch table, but
Oh, cool.
no, I met him in person, and he handed me a tiny
Yeah.
harmonica and
Yeah.
said, do good in the world.
That's cool. It's only play one note.
Yeah, it's just like one thing. Cool. I think it's mostly working. I just gotta want to get the that crunchiness and that kick and snare like we were talking about earlier.
Sounds good.
I think we're in a decent spot to call it a. Well, we gotta get the vocals in. Decent spot for the instrumental, I guess. Yeah, once we... I guess we're almost out of time, aren't we? We can always finish the vocals Friday.
Sounds good.
Yeah, once we get a mix, I'll let you take it and listen to it and see what you think.
Yeah.
Everywhere else.
Over.
Let me fix that kick and snare and I'll let you listen through in the mix position.
Okay.
You can get an idea where we're at.
Right now?
You know what? Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. Fan.
That's great. Cool. Yeah, we'll get the vocal mix done on Friday.
Cool. Thank you again so much.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for letting me stream while we do these.
Of course, you're gonna keep streaming
Today.
I mean,
I'll probably, if I do keep streaming, end this one and start a different one, just so it's
different projects.
different thing. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Which I guess, with that being said, Thanks, guys, for hanging out. If you were here, if you're watching this later, thanks.
Do you still have my thumb drive?
I think I do. Yeah, yeah.